Before diving in, here's a quick reminder to subscribe and tap that like button. It really helps us out and keeps you in the loop for more stories just like this, kind of rich in facts. Have you ever wondered what might have happened if you'd taken a different path in life or reconnected with someone from your distant past? And um, and that's exactly the question at the heart of Past Lives, a film that doesn't give us simple answers, but instead weaves a deeply moving tale of love, longing, and all the little moments that shape who we become of love. Nora and Hae Sung first met as children in South Korea, inseparable companions whose bond seemed like it could withstand anything. But their paths split when Nora's family moved to Toronto. Um, Even as the years drifted by, that old bond somehow lingered quietly waiting beneath the surface. Years later, technology lends a hand. Nora and Hae Sung find each other online, and like long lost pen pals in the digital age, the friendship reawakens. Their conversations span oceans and time zones, but when Hae Sung comes to New York, old feelings and new realities collide in a flood of memories, what ifs, and long city walks at, say, as much as 1,000 words. The story's quiet climax builds with a taxi waiting on a city curb. Um, Hae Sung turns to Nora, pausing with that question that hangs in the air. Could this life they're living be the one they almost missed? And he doesn't ask about futures or promises, but wonders if, in some cosmic sense, they're already part of each other's past lives, bound by destiny and threads that seem to stretch from one existence into the next. Nora's goodbye is messy. Her tears aren't just about an old romance or regrets. She cries because farewells are always heavier when you recognize all the love and years you've carried inside, even as you walk away into a very different future seven. So did they love each other? Uh, yes, but not in a way that fits easily into a single box. Uh, Hai Sung has always worn his heart on his sleeve, uh, carrying fondness for Nora through the years. Nora, meanwhile, is devoted to her husband, Arthur. But Hai Sung's presence shows her that some relationships are too complicated for neat labels. They're made of memories as much as present moments. A big theme in the film is something called Inyan, a Korean Buddhist idea about fate and the invisible strings tying people together across lifetimes. The movie gently suggests that sometimes meeting someone is less about the present and more about all the connections, big and small, that have built over countless past lives. And the final moments flip the whole narrative on its head, not just pondering what could have been, but quietly hoping for what might still come, even if it takes another lifetime or two. Hai Sung, seeing Nora happy with Arthur, quietly lets go of his old dream, but keeps hold of hope. Maybe he feels the best stories keep looping back around. He, the ending landed differently with everyone. Some felt heartbroken, some found fresh hope. Uh, Critics noted how the film trusted, subtlety over grand gestures, letting emotions simmer, instead of boiling over whether you see Nora and Hysun's goodbye as the end of a chapter or the start of something new, depends on what you bring to it yourself. Bittersweet goodbyes, after all, are a universal language. And honestly, if everyone had a Nora or a Hysung in their life, therapists might just be out of a job. But maybe, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.